Hey guys, Eric Buckholz here with MarketingProLeader.com. Uh, Welcome. I am going to record this day number uh, 9 today instead of doing it live because I want to do a screen share and I haven't figured out how to do that with my Facebook Live yet. So I'm recording this and then I'll put it out. I'll post it and you guys, I'll drive some traffic to it. I'll let you guys know. I'll send out a message letting you know that I did it, and that way you can tune in. So again, I apologize about not being actually live today. So welcome to day 9 of my 90-day road to freedom. If you haven't been tuning in or catching up with me lately, I started a 90-day road to freedom. And basically what that is that at the end of 90 days, I'm going to call my boss on live TV and I'm going to fire him. And it's going to be really cool and I'm going to love doing it. So today is day number 9. And to blog or not to blog, that is the question. That's the topic that we're going to use today. Yesterday, first thing though, yesterday we talked about the 5 things that you should do right away before you launch your new online business. And did you also know that these are the one-time chore that you have to do when you get set up? And if you choose it to be a one-time chore, you do it one time, you're done, you don't have to do it again. So once you get them done, the 5 things done, you'll be off to the races, so to speak. So let's do a quick recap of what the 5 things were because I want you guys to remember what they were. Step number 1 was to define your product or service. That was a big one. Step number 2 was register your business, follow all your state and local laws and federal laws, make sure your business is set up correctly. Step number 3 was to register your domain name. You want to pick out something really good, something catchy, something that people can relate to you, and you want to make sure that you lock it down ASAP because I told that Netflix story, so I hope you guys tuned in for that one. It was an amazing story. Step number 4 was get your web hosting service all set up. Make sure you spend the money up front and get a good, reliable hosting service. That way you don't have downtime, you don't have a lot of issues, and I'll talk about that a little bit later in today's module here because I want to make sure that you guys realize how crucial the hosting piece is because it can cause a lot of nightmares. So I'll cover that in a minute. And step number 5 was get your website and blog all set up and ready to go. So also, we talked about how everything you do evolves around your blog, your website, everything you do, from driving traffic to capture pages to sales letters to video scripts to videos to social media posts. Everything evolves around your blog, your website. So you got to make sure it's set up correctly. And so spend some extra time on this step and make sure you get it looking really good, guys, because it'll go a long way towards lending you real authority, credibility, and that's really important once you start building your business online. And again, you want your blog or website to look clean, crisp, and really professional. So just spend some extra time, get it right the first time, okay? Okay, so let's jump into today's topic, shall we? Today I want to dive a little bit deeper into your blog or your website. So let me ask this question. What makes a good blog or website? Well, first it should look like you put a lot of effort into the creation of your site. You know, this shows your prospects and your leads and your existing customers, for that matter, that you care enough to spend the extra time to make sure you give them the very best possible tips, tricks, tools to grow their businesses. The last thing you want is to have your knowledge or your credibility or your leadership abilities called into question. So please just take the extra time, make sure you do this stage of your business the right way the first time. So that was number 1. Second, it should be easily accessible. So here's that story I was going to talk to you about, the hosting. Back at NES, which was in May of this year, I believe it was May of this year, we were away in Las Vegas at our No Excuses Summit that we go to every year. And I started having real problems with my blog posts. I couldn't figure out why my blog kept going down, and it just kept locking up and kept freezing up and would time out and give me 404 errors. Anyway, come to find out that my hosting platform, they decided to do a massive upgrade, and they moved a ton of their clients onto a new hosting server. And they warned us, and I didn't think it was going to be a big deal because they said, hey, it should be a seamless transition. So Long story short, they moved everybody up, and when they did this, WordPress just, bam, just had some major problems with it. And this went on for about 6 weeks, and I couldn't get my stuff right. And I kept calling them, being on the phone hours a day, trying to get it rebooted, trying to get everything redone. It was just a nightmare for like 6 weeks. So moral to the story is to spend the money to make sure you have a reliable platform to share all your expertise with the world, guys. It's worth the money, I promise you. If I knew that was going to happen to me this year, I would have gotten a better hosting platform probably. Hindsight being good foresight, but we never know. So just spend the money, get a good, reliable platform to share all your knowledge and your content out there. So it's worth the time and money, guys. Third thing is it should be easy to navigate once they found you. Now, I'm going to share my screen here real quick with you guys. In fact, I already have been here. So just so you know, this is pretty much my blog, the way I've got it set up here. And as you can see here, I've got a nice header here. I've got my navigation links on here. I've got a welcome video that will autoplay. I've got it paused now so you guys don't hear it, but once they come to my website, that video starts playing, automatically, so they get it. You don't want to have them go through an extra step of pressing the play button to actually play the video, because it's one thing that they might not do. So it's better to autoplay it. I've got an opt-in here for a free lead magnet, a free gift for coming over and checking my website out. Down below here, and as you can see, this is above the fold. This is what they call a fold here. At the bottom of your screen is considered a fold, like a paper that you're reading, a newspaper, for instance. The fold, you want everything that's really important above the fold, so they don't have to scroll around and look for stuff. So that's another key tip there. Down below, I've got my content here, my different blog posts. Over here, I've got a sidebar. I've got another opt-in to a different lead magnet, which is the online boot camp. I've got that over here. I've got some different, businesses that I'm into here, my opportunities. I've got my social sharing down here, Twitter, Facebook. My Facebook feed's not live today. I don't know what's going on there. I'll have to fix that. I've got a search bar here, and then I've got my most popular, recent, and my comments bar down here. And then I've got some different policies, procedures, legal stuff down below here for you guys. So that's the blog. As you notice, I've tried to keep my colors all pretty nice and even, and they pretty much match. Most of them do. So I wanted to have a nice aesthetic, appealing look to the blog site when someone landed here. Make sure they've got the navigation buttons up here at the top. They're easy to find. Now they won't see this black bar. That's my admin bar, so they won't see that when they come over. So that's for me to see. But this is the blog, guys, and this is where you can get in and you can really share your content with the world. It's really important that you set up your blog correctly. So that's third. Make it easy to navigate once they found you. Fourth, you should have multiple opt-in points. As I showed you a second ago, they've got multiple opt-in points, so they can make sure that they get in onto your list so you can follow up with your newfound leads. It's really crucial in building your new business. Your most important valuable asset is your list. I know you guys have heard that a billion times, but it's really true. So you need to have a good system in place to capture those leads whenever possible. And you want to make sure that those opt-ins are there where they can find them. One time I went to a website where I couldn't find the opt-in for anything. And I thought, well, either this guy didn't know what he was doing, or something was malfunctioning on his website, or he just got started, because there was no, people were landing on his website, I'm sure, but there was no place to opt in. He couldn't capture anything. Therefore, he wasn't building his list. And again, that comes back to that saying that your list is your most valuable asset. So make sure you need to have a good system in place to capture those leads whenever possible, guys. Okay. You spend your hard-earned time and money to drive traffic to your website and your business. And so the last thing you want to do is to do it all for nothing. It's not a very good business decision if you do that. So again, make sure that you have multiple opt-in points. You can capture that lead and start following up with them and start marketing to them in the future, because that's what we're out here doing this for. And the fifth thing is you want to make sure you're creating good, compelling educational content. Now, Miss this step, guys, and not only will they not opt into you or your business, but they'll be gone and they're never going to return. So try and appeal to your specific audience or niche and always give them great killer content. So that's it, guys. The 5 things you should focus on when setting up your new blog or website. I hope you're excited. I didn't want to dive too deep. I've got some more kind of surprises for you guys later about this, but I hope you're excited to get going, get your website set up. So by now, on your road to freedom, you need to have decided which of the big 4 business models that we worked through in days 4 through 7 that we covered. You need to decide which one that you want to choose, the one that you want to build your business around. You also should have started and nearly completed the 5 things that we covered in day 8, which is what I covered earlier in this video. Those 5 things, you need to pretty much have them almost all the way done with the exception of your blog. And you need to do this first when starting your business. So make sure you get those done. So if you haven't gotten those done yet, you need to stop, take a deep breath, and work on getting those things done before you can proceed forward. Just remember, imperfect action, guys, is far better than no action at all. So are you ready to move on to your next step? I hope so. But if not, don't worry. You're going to get caught up. Just like I said, you just have to dig deep, focus, and start working as hard as you can to get there. I mean, I promise you'll get there. Just stop and take that deep breath. Realize that, just work as hard as you can. You're going to get there, I promise. So with all that being said, I hope you got value. So please comment, like, and share below. Get this out to as many people as you can. As I always say, don't be a hog, share live. Get this out so people can benefit from this. So now that you're ready to move on to the next step, tomorrow in day 10, we're going to take a closer look at coming up with unlimited content. That was one of the surprises I had for you guys. We'll cover content creation up close as well as content curation and, we'll cover content creation up close as well as content curation and how it can all benefit you and your audience. Also, we're going to talk about some tools and resources that will help you be a master of your niche, because that's what you're really striving for, is to have everybody look to you as the authority and a credible source for all their questions, getting their questions answered. You want to make sure you're the so-called master of your niche. It's really important, guys. So I'll cover in day number 10, I'll cover as much as I can so you'll be able to start rocking your blog or website right away because it's important. So make sure you come back for day 10, okay? So in the meantime, you guys can find me on social media. You know what the drill is here. I'm always out there on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. You can also send me a message and I'll help you guys out as much as I can. So that's all I have for you guys. The 5 things that you need to have set up with your website or your blog. I hope you got value, so please share this with as many people as you can, okay? So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys. See you. Bye-bye.